Hey everybody. So, I was kind of sitting back today, just daydreaming, I guess. I kind of was thinking about, is it me or maybe other people as well? The retirement and what goes into it living here in the Philippines. I've been here, and this kind of is focused on people that are new, right? New being like a year or less, right? I've been here 8 months. I just started kind of daydreaming, is this worth it, right? Is it, it's all here all of a sudden, right? And you're kind of, wow, right? So most of you, if you've been here for a year or less, you've had to get a license, you've had to renew your visa several times, probably, or not. Sure, you've signed up for medical, Phil Health, or whatever they offer here. I haven't done that yet. I haven't done visas either because I get a year stamped every time I fly in because I'm married to a Filipina. But I'm just saying, you put all the effort in coming here. What's your true feelings after a year? Are some of you bummed out? Or some of you just more excited than ever? For me, I was like, I'm still more excited than ever. But sometimes I kind of think about things and I'm like, is this really worth it though? I mean, I get to travel everywhere, do what I want. But the only drawback is you still have family somewhere else, right? Like I have 3 boys and a couple grandchildren in the US. So it gets me like, thinking sometimes, right? It's no matter what, I guess, this is what I come back to. It's kind of like a conclusion, is no matter what, I'm retired now. It's a new thought process, right? But in the Philippines, there's a lot of adjustments you have to make because you're in a new country. The culture, the way things are, sometimes really messed up traffic. Infrastructure isn't perfect. Food's great. Isolated beaches. There's thousands of islands. There's so many things to see here. So there's a lot of pros and cons, I guess. But when you just kind of think about, is this real? You're just like, I'm retired, I'm here, and this is how it is now, right? Doesn't mean you can't ever go back to where you were, whatever country you're from, US or Europe or Australia, wherever, right? But it's just kind of a weird feeling because you're for me, right? And you guys leave your comments on what you feel, how you feel after a year or less. And this not only for us, or for me, for that matter, but it's for other people watching. They kind of get an idea of kind of like the, I don't know, withdrawal or kind of like an adrenaline rush end, right? But I wouldn't say it ended. It's my daydreaming that sometimes kind of messes me up because there's so many things I love here. It's not funny, I don't know. What do you guys think? And some of you guys that have been here a lot longer, I mean, what was your experience when you first moved here and kind of went through all this stuff? And did you have second thoughts? And did it work out the way you thought it would, right? I'm telling you right now, it's worked out totally different than the way I thought about it, but in a good way, right? It's not everything was perfect, but everything worked out, right? I think the biggest thing for me is just the amount of paperwork you have to do when you need something done. We own a house, so I had to get title paperwork for it. I own a car, so I had to get a license, motorcycle, a car. I had to get everything. So, I don't know, it's kind of a tough one sometimes. You get worked hard when you first get here, I think. But then after the dust settles, there's a lot of things. Seems like you have a lot more freedom, you know. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. And does anyone else kind of feel like this sometimes? Like, wow, should I have done this or not, right? There's a little bit of that in everybody, I think, especially if you have family somewhere else. But, I mean, I'm happy, but I think I don't know, my wife always brings up stuff like, oh, we want to go home for Christmas this year, you know, it really miss the kids, our first Christmas away. This and that. You know, oh, I want to go to Vegas again, you know, stuff like that. But I try to reassure her, and she's Filipina. I try to reassure her that no problem, we'll go there this year for Christmas, every year if we have to, if that's what makes her more happy. It makes me happy too. I enjoy Christmas with my family, but I also enjoy it here with her family. But you know, your own kids are a lot closer than other families, so they kind of get the edge. But yeah, I mean, it's in our budget to go back a couple times a year, so that was thought of before we came here. But it's just, I guess, the reality of actually being here, right? It just sometimes it kind of sinks in. It's like, this is real, right? I don't know. You guys that have been here for a year or less, you know, let me know if you kind of feel that way sometimes. And then, you know, you veterans that have been here for multiple years, decade, right? Fill us in. How'd you get over the hump, or did you ever have to cross that little emotional barrier? But I'm not saying I stress over it. It's just a little thought process that goes through my head sometimes. That you're just in a whole new, different world. But anyway, if you guys don't mind, leave your thoughts below, and like to check them out, see what you guys think. And if you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and leave me a message. Thanks. Have a good one.